So it's the end of an era at SNL. This weekend, Kate McKinnon, Pete Davidson, Aidy Bryant, and Kyle Mooney all signed off for the last time. So was this the right time for them to leave? And more personally, how do you know when it's the right time to leave a job?
I mean, first I just want to say, it was something we were talking about this morning, which was that the headlines all over Twitter were all about Pete Davidson leaving. And it really did start to eclipse like Aidy Bryant, and in particular Kate McKinnon, who, I mean, they are like such huge talents. And this is not to say that Pete isn't a talent, but I mean, it really bothered me over the weekend.
The one name everyone was concentrating on.
It just felt like a really, you know, really sad to me. But anyway, I remember having this experience when I used to belly dance for 10 years. People know this. It was sort of my side hustle as I was just starting out as a producer in television. And I loved it. I never really thought about it not being in my life. And it was something that I did every single weekend. I made money out of doing it. But then there was this one day where I showed up to a show and I kind of got into an argument with the musicians, and then I kind of got into, like, the owner of the club was kind of bugging me, and I remember getting off stage, getting in my car and being like, that's the last time I'm ever gonna do that.
No way,
and
you just knew.
I just knew that quickly.
one night.
It was like, I guess, like slowly, if I look back and think, like, there were a few times where it started to feel less pleasurable. It was more of a job. It started to shift. I found myself not looking forward to it, but I didn't expect that day when I did that would be it. Sometimes you just know, it's kind of like a relationship ending. You just are like, you wake up and you're like, and I'm done. And that was it. I mean, it's a bit weird to me, but that's what happened.
But isn't it, that was your side hustle, and I'm sure all of these SNL stars have stuff in the pipeline that they're doing. Like the idea, when you hear about people who do that, leave a job without anything else lined up, oh my God, it gives me so much anxiety. It's so brave. I think the risk, you know, the reward is always greater, sometimes with a greater risk taken. But man, I'm like a baby bird in that nest. Yeah. Just waiting for the mama bird to push me out. And just like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Then the feeding.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, listen, it's an interesting thing because there's a lot of people out there in jobs that they haven't yet found their dream job, and they don't have the luxury to be picking and choosing. Like today, I'm moving on, but it's like this is all that they're able to do at the moment. I think it's the pleasure thing, and I think for me, it's challenging, it's being challenged and growing. And I think that everybody wants to be in a job that, I mean, some people, they like comfort zone. I'm not one of those comfort zone people. I find that when I look back in my career, when I left teaching as an example, I felt like once I really got a handle of it, which takes sometimes years for teachers because it's so hard, you feel like you're reinventing the wheel. And by the time I reinvented my wheel, I was like, okay, I think I'm done now. And I was shocked by that because I thought I'd hit it, it'd be easier street. It's not easy street, easier.
How long did you do it?
I was teaching for 2 years.
Wow. And
then decided to leave to go do my master's. And then I quit that. I just hit walls, but I realized because I wasn't being fulfilled for something bigger, and then, you know, it led me here. And I've never woken up one day where I didn't want to run to work. Well, maybe that one time I was drinking too much, but no, I'm just kidding. No, I totally tease. But I think for the most part, I wake up every day excited. And I think the day that you wake up and you're not excited, you know, I think you should listen. And if you've got the ability to make moves, and again, not everybody can, I think you look for other things.
I think that's the key, is not everybody can. And I think even the ability to make that call, whether or not you have anything lined up, is in and of itself a luxury, and particularly a luxury for women. You know, you made that call for belly dancing, I think, in your 20s, right? Yeah. Same with you in teaching. It's a different story in your 40s and 50s for women. In every industry, not just entertainment, you hit a point as a woman where you might not be ready to leave, but they leave you. They ask you out the door. You're too old for this. We have heard many stories in every industry about women who are aged out just because of some arbitrary thing, and where men aren't aged out at the same age. So I feel like, and I'll take the lead on this, I'm the oldest here. I'm coming up on an age where, you know, I'm hitting 50 soon, and I wonder how long it's going to be before someone taps on my door and says, you're too old, we've got someone else lined up for you. Or even in an industry where I'm also a gossip columnist and I report on younger people because, you know, this churn of celebrity doesn't stop.
Oh, that's them calling. That's them calling.
Is that calling me? Is my time done? Am I done? Am I being, yeah?
It's for you.
Am I aging out? Okay. Just let me finish this segment. Thanks. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gone. I'm too old.
I feel like that's a first.
That was
How has it been
creepy.
almost 10 years and we've never had a phone call live on the show?
This is true.
It's amazing.
This is true.
I hear everything you're saying.
Like, I mean, I get emails all the time from people who are like, you're reporting on whatever, you're too old. And you know, and I think that is the two sides of our mouth thing that we talk about, right? On the one hand, we're like, yeah, women should be able to do anything, any age. Then other women are like, well, not if you're a gossip columnist, and not if you're this, and not if you're that. So I think that, like, for sure, I'd love to leave anything on my own terms. But as women, we always right now have to leave open room for the possibility that someone will leave you before, or exit you before you are ready to exit us in this world.
Great point.
All right.